Speaking of returns, let's talk about Roman Reigns. His last televised appearance was on the Raw after WrestleMania, where he attempted to get revenge on Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. However, things didn't go as planned, as Braun Breaker ended up taking him out. This segment left many fans believing that we were heading toward a Roman Reigns and CM Punk tag team match against Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins at Backlash. But as it turns out, that's not going to happen. Reports have now confirmed that Roman Reigns will be missing the entire month of May and is expected to return sometime in early June, with Money in the Bank scheduled for June 7th. His participation in the event remains uncertain for now. Fans are anticipating a potential shift in Roman's character when he makes his return in June, with the possibility of a slightly new persona. The Tribal Chief era technically came to an end the moment Paul Heyman betrayed Roman Reigns. Roman himself has acknowledged that the day Heyman is no longer by his side, the Tribal Chief character will be over. Now that we've reached that point in the storyline, the big question is, where does Roman Reigns go from here? With no bloodline members left by his side, and no Paul Heyman to guide him, what major character changes could we see from Roman as he moves away from this nearly 5-year-long persona? One thing to keep in mind is that while the tag team match at Backlash was scrapped, there's still a possibility of seeing Roman and CM Punk team up in a future tag match against Braun and Rollins. It could be something that gets revisited down the line, potentially sometime during the summer. For now, fans will have to wait and see how Roman's character evolves upon his return and what new direction he takes. Things are heating up for the Judgment Day, especially after the April 28th edition of Raw, which revealed some key developments about the group's internal dynamics. A moment during the show confirmed something that fans had been speculating about the previous week, that Finn Baylor was completely out of the loop regarding JD McDonough's return to the faction. Finn confronted JD, asking why he wasn't informed about the return, but JD responded by saying that he had told Dominic Mysterio about it, assuming that Dominic would then pass the information along to Finn. However, it became clear that Finn never heard a word about it from Dominic. This was just one of several indications that Finn is being kept out of key decisions and plans within the Judgment Day. Things only escalated when Liv Morgan, who was often in the thick of things with the group, told JD and Finn to prepare for their tag team match. JD was aware of the match, but Finn had no idea it was even scheduled. JD claimed that Liv was supposed to inform Finn well in advance, but Liv admitted that she didn't do so because things had been hectic and busy. This created even more tension as it showed just how much Finn is being sidelined and kept in the dark about the group's activities. This storyline development continues to hint at the idea that Finn Balor's time with the Judgment Day could be coming to an end. The group's treatment of him suggests that his position within the faction is becoming increasingly unstable. While there have been tensions in the past, this situation is starting to feel like a slow build-up to Finn's eventual departure from the group. However, another major factor is Liv Morgan's upcoming absence. Liv is set to begin filming for a movie in Japan starting this week, which means she will be missing some time from Raw. This raises some interesting questions about how her absence will impact the Judgment Day, especially since she plays such a pivotal role in the group's dynamics. With Liv temporarily out of the picture, fans are wondering how it will affect Finn Balor's standing within the Judgment Day. Will he be able to regain some control of the group while Liv is away? Or will the faction double down on keeping him sidelined? Finn has already been kept out of major decisions, so it will be interesting to see if he tries to take matters into his own hands in Liv's absence. Liv's absence also raises questions about the future of the women's tag team titles. Liv and Raquel have held onto the titles for some time, but with Liv's upcoming time off, there's speculation about what WWE might do with the belts. Will Liv and Raquel be allowed to keep holding onto the titles, or will WWE strip them of the titles due to Liv's absence? Based on comments from Nick Aldis, who confirmed that Liv's time off was approved, it seems likely that WWE will allow them to retain the titles for now. However, this is WWE, and we've seen unexpected twists before. There could be more to the story, and it wouldn't be surprising if some kind of drama unfolds while Liv is away. There's also the possibility that Finn Balor could make a move to put the women's tag team titles at risk. This could be a subtle way for him to get back at Liv and the rest of the Judgment Day for keeping him out of the loop. Whether it's through a strategic attack or some other tactic, Finn could use this situation to assert himself and show that he's still a major player within the group, despite being kept on the sidelines. In the coming weeks, there's a lot of potential for more twists and turns in this ongoing saga within the Judgment Day. Finn's treatment within the group, Liv's absence, and the future of the women's tag team titles all add layers to the story, making it one to watch closely. Fans are eagerly waiting to see what happens next and how these stories will unfold, especially with the possibility of Finn's eventual departure from the faction. What do you think? How will Finn Balor's future in the Judgment Day unfold? And what impact will Liv Morgan's absence have on the group? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this ongoing storyline. Thanks for watching. Starting off with a puzzling update regarding Dakota Kai's absence from television. There have been no clear explanations as to why she's been removed from WWE programming. The last time Dakota Kai was seen on screen was back in March, and since then, she has quietly disappeared from the spotlight. Many fans initially assumed that perhaps Dakota was injured, considering the sudden silence around her. However, Dakota took to social media to clarify that she is, in fact, fully healthy and missing the thrill of performing in front of the WWE Universe. Despite confirming that she is not injured and is ready to go, Dakota's absence has only deepened the mystery. If she is indeed cleared and healthy, why has she been kept off television for so long? Why wasn't she part of the celebration with Io Sky at WrestleMania? A moment that fans expected to see the two women together, considering their history and connection? Dakota Kai was brought into the fold when Io Sky won the WWE Women's title in 2023, becoming an essential part of Damage Control. But now, for reasons yet to be explained, she's been sidelined, and the speculation is running wild among fans. Some believe that WWE may be trying to present Io Sky as a solo champion, wanting to focus the spotlight entirely on her without any outside distractions. This approach has been seen before in WWE, such as when Bobby Lashley's Hurt Business was dissolved shortly after he won the WWE Championship in order to maintain the focus solely on him. Could WWE be following a similar path with Io Sky, wanting to remove Damage Control from the equation and present Io as a solo star? It's certainly a possibility, but what's puzzling is that even after WrestleMania, announcers still refer to Io Sky as being part of Damage Control, despite the fact that the faction seems to have dissolved. With Dakota Kai gone, and both Kairi Sane and Asuka recovering from injuries, it feels strange for WWE to continue using the Damage Control label for Io when she is the only active member left. While there's no official explanation for Dakota's absence, fans have been speculating that perhaps this could be setting the stage for something bigger, such as a potential civil war within Damage Control. Could Dakota Kai return and challenge Io Sky for the WWE Women's World title? It would be an interesting twist, and if the storyline plays out well, it could provide a fresh and captivating rivalry between two former allies. What would make this even more insane is if Dakota returned with Kairi Sane and Asuka backing her up. The three women could form an alliance against Io Sky, turning on her in a dramatic moment, thus completely severing Io's ties with Damage Control. Imagine a scenario where the entire faction betrays Io, and Dakota leads the charge. It would create a compelling storyline, especially given the deep and rich history Io has with each of the remaining members of Damage Control. The emotional impact of seeing Io betrayed by her closest allies would be devastating, not just for her character, but for the fans who have invested in her journey. The storyline potential here is immense, and if executed properly, it could turn into one of the most emotionally charged feuds in WWE Women's Wrestling history. As for Kairi Sane and Asuka, both are reportedly close to making their returns. Kairi has been absent for several months since being written off with an attack by PFC, and Asuka has been gone for nearly a year. The word on the street is that both women are nearing their returns, which could further fuel the speculation that they might reunite with Dakota Kai to form a powerful trio to take on Io Sky. For now, all we know is that Dakota Kai has confirmed she's fully healthy and ready to return, but it seems like the creative team has some sort of plan that's keeping her off screen. Whether this leads to a feud between Dakota and Io, or perhaps a larger storyline involving the return of Kairi Sane and Asuka, remains to be seen. The mystery behind Dakota Kai's absence is sure to keep fans on edge, waiting for the next big twist in this unfolding saga.